Hey guys, so today what we're going to look at is the workings of our water system. So we're going to go through some of the different systems in the boat. This one will just be about our fresh water. So everything from making it or getting it into our tanks to actually how we take care of the tanks and pump it through the rest of the boat when we need it. And then when some of it drains, where it actually drains out. So,
hi, my name's Micah, and this is my wife Grace and our two kids, Gabriel and Alana. We saw them growing up fast and wanted to see the world while they were still with us. So we fixed up a 37-foot aluminum catamaran, have been living on it for almost 2 years now. We've added Cypher to our family since we started. We've been exploring the oceans and reefs of the Florida Keys, but are getting ready to explore more of the Caribbean. Join us as we share more of our adventures with you.
we've already done a video about our water maker, which will be right up here, a link to that. But that's where pretty much all of our water comes in. Even if I do get a jerry can of water from shore, I still put it through the same area. So over here, the water gets made and we put it either in this bucket or another water container. And if I get some jerry cans, I'll just dump it in here and pump it into the tanks. We have two different tanks, about 70 gallons each. On both sides. I'll show you the one on the starboard side because on this side we're actually going to be cleaning it out today. We clean them out about every 6 months. There's just usually a little bit of, just in case there's any growth and stuff in there. Usually about every 3 months or so I'll put like a tablespoon of bleach in to just kill any like bacteria or any algae or stuff that might be growing in there. But even so, it's good to just open them up, inspect them, clean them out. Like I said, we do it about every 6 months. I do apologize, we are doing a lot of projects right now and the place is sort of a mess. But also these places that we're getting to, I don't often go into them. Like I said, the water tanks are like every 6 months or so, and some other things we just don't really need to get into there, so they're pretty messy too. So let's go over here first to show you the water tank on that side, because that's after we make the water, it gets pumped into there, so that's where it first goes. So we go over to the kids hall. Into the bathroom area, and then so this is the forepeak of the port side hull, and then this entire area under the bed is our water tanks. So this is 3 different sections, and we'll show you more on the other side. But one thing about this side is we do have a place right above here that you can just fill the water tank directly. I don't have that on the opposite side because I'll show you, it gets in the way of where our new bed goes. So depending on how we want the water to go in or out, we have it all goes from the water maker, it gets pumped to directly into here. We also have some stuff. Okay, so right here is where the water comes in. Here's where the water comes in. It has a one-way valve so that water can't exit this way. So if we got a weird siphon effect, it could drain all of our water. So it can't do that because of the siphon. And then if we're filling up something like if we're doing laundry, sometimes we are pulling a lot of water, like 10 plus gallons, and it's pulling from both of the tanks, but it's also pulling from where the water maker is, and sometimes it will drain that first and I'll get air bubbles in. So a lot of times after I'm done filling up the water, I'll just close this valve and the input from the water maker is just turned off. Now over here it goes to our 2 tanks. It was not PEX originally, and it was leaking a little bit, and the biggest problem with that was that the pressure wasn't reaching the way it was, where it should be, so the water pumps in our sink and stuff were always running, so I had to always turn them off. So right here I have this one off, going to our bedroom water tank, because that's now empty and I want to clean that out. And this is the one that goes to the port side, which is full of water. And then it goes, so those are both the tanks, and then it goes this way and goes everywhere where we use water. So the first place it goes is under here. It just goes under our sink area and branches off into another T. One T goes right over to the left and goes to a pump. That pump can be turned off here, or it can be turned off on the switch up there, but it is a pressure pump, so as long as it has pumped enough pressure through the pipes, you don't need to turn it on and off. It just automatically will turn on and off. And then the other T goes downstairs to here. Well, let me see if I can easily get this out. So in here we have another pump, and that pump does everything in the bathroom. The sink here, the freshwater flush for the toilet, and then our wash machine. From that we have a drain in the sink that goes into that box there. Also, if any water comes into this shower area, that goes straight into there. This is a toilet for Cypher. He's being potty trained right now. And then the drain for this wash machine goes into here, and also all goes into there. And then that gets all pumped out straight overboard. The drain in the sink upstairs is above water line, and it just has no pump at all. It just drops straight down into underneath our boat. So let me put this back together real quick. So, all in all, it's a pretty simple system. We have water being made at the water maker or dumped in here. Then it's pumped into our tanks, and you can turn those off individually if you need to. And then from the tanks, it's drawn by either one of two water pumps. The one that goes straight to the sink up here in the kitchen, or the one in our bathroom. Now, the reason I have two is the one under the sink is just a really small one. It really doesn't have to do much. And the one downstairs is a little bit bigger, and it fills up the wash machine much faster. So it's nice to have two of them just in case you are out and one of them breaks. You don't have to have a spare one. You could just rearrange the plumbing a little different and have one of them work for both. But like I said, that one is a little bit more powerful, so it works a little faster, but also draws more power. And then I'll be showing you how we clean out the water tank on this side. And then once we're done cleaning that one, what I'll do is I'll switch the valves and start filling up that one and only using the other one. And then once that one is empty, in like a week or so, I will start, once that one is empty in about a week or so, I'll clean that one out. I'm going to be doing a little video on changing out the valves in our water maker, but we're doing a bunch of projects right now, like I said, and we're going to be going on the hard, and we can't use the water maker when we're on the hard. So I'm going to be doing it right before that and pickling the system so that it doesn't get any growth inside the membrane. So that will be coming up as a part of another of our systems of the boat. Some of the other systems we'll be working on and talking to you about is the electrical system we have, which is a little bit different than some boats because we have a 24-volt system and I'm using Tesla batteries and stuff. But we also are a little bit different because we don't have a generator, or my alternators for the engine aren't hooked up to the battery because they're also a different voltage. I probably could do like a DC to DC charger, but it's never really been an issue, or it wouldn't have been that helpful. So we're going to have some other systems that we can go through, and I hope that this helps you guys as you decide how you are going to set up your system, because every boat's systems are set up a little different. It's not as cut and dry as your normal house. So all the boats will have their tanks in different places. One of the things I like about these tanks, which you'll see when we're cleaning it out, is they are fiberglass and they're built right into the hull. So it gives you the most amount of water space, and it is nice underneath the floor, so it's not taking up extra room, and it's just a really nice system to have. So that's how it's set up on our boat. But usually people have like a plastic, or some people do have fiberglass tanks too. But let's get into that. First though, since we have the bed like this, about 1.5 feet of the mattress is actually covering where the tank is. So I'm gonna have to move pretty much everything in our room, which is a little bit annoying, but like I said, you only do it every like 6 months or so, so it's not really a big deal. It's just a little bit more difficult than what it was before, which is like Gabriel's room, because there's a lot bigger mattress and stuff. So I'm gonna go work on that, and then I'll show you how we do the cleaning out. So I'm gonna start getting everything out of the way so that we can clean out this water tank here. So it's pretty much everything in our bedroom. It's gonna take me a little while, but so I'll just throw a camera up here and hopefully you'll be able to see. It's hard to set up a camera in this little bedroom, but we'll see. Okay, so I have everything off. Now I just lift up this side and then that, and I can get to the tanks. Okay, so here is the different sections. I have to take off all these bolts and clean out each one. Obviously they're all connected, but I can't clean out each section just from one of them. So I'm gonna go get the right size tools and start loosening them up. And we're just gonna clean it out with a cloth, a little bit of bleach water. So this is goes down almost all the way to the bottom of the hull, and the obviously the front is higher than the bottom, so you do have to start all the way over there, so that you clean out that section and it runs into this one and into that one, or else you'll end up cleaning this one out, and once you do those you'll get these all dirty. So it's super nice to see a nice clean. So that's pretty much it. I cleaned them all out. I didn't see any really issues. No mold or algae or anything like that in there. The water that I got out is just a little bit white from probably the bleach taking off a tiny bit of some of the finish that's inside on the fiberglass, and which is pretty normal. And then I just got to seal it all up and put everything back together, and then we're all set for, I guess, another 6 months. So when I'm done with this, I will switch over the tank so that we start filling up this one, but we're only going to take water from the other one until that one's empty. So then we'll do the same thing on that side. So I mentioned earlier that this side doesn't have water access from the top. It used to come in right here, but it had this big bulge out that was like, I don't know, 2.5 inches or something, to come down to here to go into the tank. And now our bed goes out to about here when we have the mattress on here. So this would be, well, Grace's side, and she would have this big block of wood that went around this pipe right in her side when she was sleeping, if we still had it like that. So we decided to take that out, and then I have the water pumping in the way I showed you with the water maker now. It's sort of, it would be easy to put back if someone wanted to, but for us it was much better to have a little bit wider bed and a more comfortable sleep than needing to fill it up in that way all the time. If we did need to fill up from the outside, we actually have a hatch right here, and we could just have a hose come in and put it right into the tube here, so it really isn't that inconvenient for us.
Thanks for joining us today. If you want to support the channel, then subscribe and hit the like button. Or check out our coloring book at www.floridakeyscoloring.com and on Amazon. See you next week.
Not just